Hello there. This, I don't know if you can see it, is my HL Son Straight. This is a fantastic blade. But I want to test something with this razor. I have this cuticle here. You've seen this on my channel many a time. And I get really nice edges off of this cuticle. But the more that I hone on this and on my vintage cuticle that I have, the more this stone seems to act like it wants to be a water-only stone. Some cuticles are like this. This does not kick up any slurry that I can tell of, even under magnification. There's no auto slurry. It's a hard flipping cuticle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this razor. Normally, I hone this razor with tape. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to overcome that, or attempt to, with this. This is a 4K Hayabusa, if I had mentioned. I'm going to kill this edge. Yeah, it's dead. On the corner of this stone. And what I'm going to do, I'm not going to tape it, but I'm going to use some forward torque and some pressure. A lot of pressure on this 4K stone. And I'm going to try, it's in the way of the camera, sorry. New position. Try to overcome. This is the thing of it is people always, oh, you shouldn't use tape on a straight razor. It'll destroy the geometry. No, it won't. Tape is very thin. The thinness of that tape is not going to in any way cause any issues, unless you're talking 50 to 100 years from now. By that time, my fat rear end's going to be dead, and I'm not really going to give a flying flip. Okay, so that needs to be honed a bit more. But, I mean, it might take more than this 4K to do it. I don't know, but we're going to find out. Let's shave him, but I don't see that as a bevel set. We're going to get the King 1K, and we're going to start with that. But it doesn't take that much to overcome a layer of tape. It just doesn't. So that's it, right there. The bevel is set, or reset, or whatever it is you want to call it on this blade. That's all it took. I was fighting the 4K because it didn't have the abrasion power, but a 1K stone takes care of the scratch pattern, or it takes care of the lack of tape rather easily. So that's beautiful. It's a fully set bevel, no issues whatsoever. We're going to set this here and go back to the 4K. And we're going to, this is just a quick hone. I'm trying to get to the caudicle, so I'm going to use the half strokes. This is like a testing routine. You normally see me just honing, but I am testing right now, which is something I've never really showed you. But I'm testing this caudicle, and it was necessary. It's necessary because what I've noticed on this caudicle, because I've been playing with it, is that it gets sticky like a J-Nat toward the end. I've already honed a couple of times on it, but I have not on plain water, but I have not ever shaved. And the test razor was a gold dollar, and I'm not, if I'm going to shave, I'm shaving a vintage razor. So let me see. That's a nice high polish. I want to do a couple of X strokes on this blade. A couple of rolling X strokes, excuse me. If I didn't say that, that's what I meant to say. Lovely. Lovely. And just because I'm doing this quickly, I want to kind of mitigate the possibility that in running those half strokes and not really being as fastidious about lap count per side, that I didn't raise any kind of burr. So I'm going to do edge trailing strokes on this hone to make sure everything is the way I want it, so that I don't have to worry about that. And then we're going to go to the King 8K Goldstone. I prefer this over the Norton 8 by a mile. And I'm not really doing half strokes as much as I'm doing kind of the crescent movements. have to pardon me. This stone is most likely not out of true yet, so I'm going to clean it with that Nanawa stone just like I did the Hayabusa. And I can already see a fantastic polish on the edge of this blade, the 8K polish, not the 4. That's flipping outrageously good. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this, rinse it off. Clean my Hayabusa. It probably will need lapped anyway, but I'm going to just clean it off for now. But yeah, it's going to need, this stone will need lapping. I know my stones really well and what they will do, what they won't do. And I know that king right there is a lot harder than most people realize it is, I think. But it works just fine. I can hone several raises on that stone before it even starts to go out of true at all. This will have to be lapped too. I will lap them the next time I go to use them. But I want them clean. Alright, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to hone on this Cotty. Feels like there's something under it. Sounds like there's something under it too. But it may just be this spine, because this spine doesn't have any hone wear on it at all. I've always used tape on it. And when I got it, it was pretty much brand new old stock. There wasn't a honing wear of any type on this blade. Oh, I know what it is. It's nothing to worry about. Yeah, it's the spine that's doing it. I don't know why it's only doing it on the one side. My thoughts are that there might be a little bit of a roughness to the spine. Let's see. Can I see anything? No. But it doesn't matter. I know that the blade is hitting the stone properly, so I don't care. And we are doing that graduation of pressure that I talk about a lot. That's bothering me, but it's not anything to worry about. I'm not honing up to here. There's nothing. I'm not lifting the spine off the stone or anything like that. There's just like there's a roughness. And that's got to be something going on with the spine. I don't see anything, but that's the only thing it could be. But that's all right. This is a slamming blade. It was given to me by a good friend whom I haven't seen around in quite a long time. I wish he would comment and let me know what's going on. I might have his address here. He sent me this razor and another, and he sent me a couple of other things. But I don't generally, I mean, if you send me something, dude, I'm not keeping your address. Okay, if you trust me enough with your address to send it to me, I'm not leaving it laying around. I'm not, I'm just not. You say, well, that's what would be wrong with that? Well, probably nothing. But see, it does just fine till I hit right about here on the spine, and you can hear it like if I lift it off the, okay, that's off the, but I can hear that scratch pattern going on. I don't know what it is, but something on the spine that's almost microscopic. I cannot see. Do you see a rough spot anywhere along that spine? Because I sure don't. Wait a minute. Yeah, I do. It's really, really hard to see. You're not going to see it on camera. But there's a couple of little, sort of like very, very tiny little nicks right there. That's what's making the noise. That's some crazy stuff right there. And it must have been from the factory. Because see, from here, but then when I get right there, those two little tiny scratches, that's what's going on. Do I care? Not even a tiny bit. Not even a little bit. I got that translucent I want to try an edge on. If I get a good edge off of this, I'll test this edge, and if I get a really nice edge off of this, then I'll move to that trans. If not, I'll move to my vintage Cotty and then move to the translucent. From there, guys, I know that Cotty with some slurry is a slamming edge. And no, I don't want to follow Dr. Matt's under running water. The reason, if you actually pay attention to what he talks about in that video, which most people don't have a comprehension span that follows people well enough, what he was talking about is some coticals give you a bad edge because they auto slurry, and the slurry smacking up against the edge of the razor even when you think you're running on clear water. So his idea, and it works, is to run under running water so that the conical slurry is washed away as it's created. People are using that technique on J Nass, probably using them on Arkansas stones and all kind of stuff, and that's not what it was meant to be used for. It has no bearing or purpose. I know people are going to get upset with me because, oh, I use that technique on my J-Nat. Well, I hope you get fantastic shades off your J-Nat. But the J-Nat's not auto-slurring in a nasty way like the conical will. The garnets in the conical are a completely different shape. And Matt is talking about something that's specific to conicals. Unless he's done some videos beyond that I'm unaware of. And if he has, and I'm wrong, then I apologize to him and everybody else. But I don't think that he has. And but if he has, I can promise you he did a ton of research and stuff before he made that, whatever video he made. He did a whole bunch of research to make sure that what he was saying was correct. And so, you know, but I'm just saying that initial video that everybody jumped on the bandwagon of, let me hold under some running water, it was specific to a particular types of conicals that people were having trouble getting a good edge off of. That's what it was specific to. What he did, like I said, what he's done since then, I don't have any clue. See, now that's when I do this right here, the conical grabs a bit. It's not anything that I mean, it's not going to suction to the, that's not going to suction to the cuticle like it would with a J-Nad. But I can feel a drag happening on the stone, between the stone and the razor. And so what I'm doing now is just doing some kind of finishing X strokes. And I don't have a whole bunch of water on this stone. But this stone does not auto slurry. It does not. I've looked at it. I can look at this water now. Just for grins, I want to look at this edge through a loop. But first, absolutely no slurry in this water whatsoever. Absolutely clear, as always. That's a lovely looking cotty edge. Beautiful. Cuticle edges are different. They look rougher, but don't be fooled. It's a good edge. So I'll strop that, and somewhere along the line we will shave that. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.